July 8th, 2010, LeBron James sat down in front of a crowded audience in a gymnasium and he made his decision. And I'm here to tell you guys right now, it's happening again. Okay, LeBron James just came out. He just came out and he basically told everybody that he has another decision that he is going to be making tomorrow afternoon. Okay, this of course came out on Twitter or on X, whatever you want to call it. But nonetheless, LeBron James has done it. And I'll be honest, I got it right behind me. I said, I don't know how to take this. I really don't know how to take this. I mean, you got to think 15 years ago, the decision basically happened and I don't think it would hit the exact same as it did 15 years ago. I'm really emphasizing that it is 15 years in between time that he has basically made his decision and that he's decided to, come out and say what he wanted to say. But let me just go ahead and start off by, bringing in the show really quickly. Welcome to Alpha Male Sports. My name is Walter. He is I and I'm him. I am he that they call the Alpha Male. Yes, my name is Walter Pollard. This is Alpha Male Sports. So, as you know, of course, NBA preseason is underway. If you're a Hawks fan like myself, the Hawks, they're taking on not the Miami Heat, but the Houston Rockets in Houston. So there's a lot of excitement going on in the NBA right now. I know that you're very excited. The NFL season is underway. Baseball season is wrapping up. This is the really good time in sports where just all of these things are just kind of happening all at once. But again, and I'll give you guys just another, real quick view of it really quickly if you can see it. LeBron James, again, coming out today with his whole decision thing and saying that he has another decision that he's going to make. And I don't know how to take this, not because I would be sad or distraught if LeBron were to decide to retire or whatnot. I don't think it would. I know for a fact it wouldn't affect me like it did 15 years ago. It has been 15 years ago. I want to mind you that the decision went down, okay, where he basically said that he was going to take his talent down to Miami. And at the time, I think it was jarring for most fans, most people, because that hasn't happened necessarily. At that time, that hadn't happened. That hadn't happened. LeBron James, who is now 41, will be 41 in December. He's basically campaigning or going on a campaign as being the oldest player in the NBA right now. And I mean, he's come out and said that he's had a lot of juice in the tank and that he's still able to do it. Of course, he doesn't do anything like play in the preseason. Why would he? He's LeBron James. He's played for so many years. There's no point in doing so. But the fact that he's come out with this decision, 15 years apart, I don't think that it hits the same. As a matter of fact, I know it doesn't hit the same, mainly because you have an entire group of people or entire generation like myself. It gets old. And LeBron James has done a lot of things, in my opinion, for clicks, for views, for likes, not specifically, on the YouTube or on the Instagram or on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, TikTok. I don't believe he does it for that, but just to keep the attention on him. Now, I spoke with a friend of mine, a while back, and he was saying that LeBron had been in the league for so long and he had done so much. Don't be surprised that he would do things like this to continue to keep attention on himself. Let's not forget, he was the one that stopped in the middle of a game. In the middle of a game. As a matter of fact, his teammates were still in the middle of a huddle talking and getting things together, game planning before they went back on the court. He stopped in the middle of that to go talk to Stephen A. Smith. And again, I do believe that he does certain things that it's polarizing. It's on one end, you understand him, or another end, you want to ridicule him, you want to chastise him, you want to point fingers at him. So again, I don't know how to take this. I really don't know how to take this, because if he's retiring, kind of have to say, I'm excited for that. I'm happy that he would be retiring, not because, I don't want LeBron James in the league, but I feel like it's time. Bryce is entering his first year at Arizona. He just got done with a preseason scrimmage at Arizona. Bronny, I want to say, is entering his second, third year. I'm not even sure, but I know that Bronny is entering another year in the league right now. He's going to be hopefully making another step in his career. Hopefully, I know the guy can play some golf. You doggone it right. He should have done that, in my opinion. But so much is going on. His baby girl is playing volleyball. I mean, there's so many different things that LeBron James could be doing, especially around this time. But of course, I think, again, he's drawing the attention away from every and anything else. And he is almost like a planet. He has an orbit. You dig what I'm saying? And he sucks it in. He brings all of the attention back into him. I don't know how to take this. 15 years ago, I want to mind you, the decision went down. And granted, that was a time where, Twitter was just still somewhat of a new concept for a lot of us millennials at the time. TikTok hadn't necessarily been developed at the time. And that's wild to even say. I know that some young kids that are watching this right now are probably like, what? Seriously? 15 years? Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I know that at the time when he first did the decision, I knew that it was something that was going to be revolutionary. It was all over television. It was something that was on ESPN for almost a week and a half. Stephen A. Smith had a damn good time talking about that. So at the time, I get it. But now this, not only is it, I don't know, I just feel as though it's definitely interesting. And also, again, it's just all about timing. Again, he's taking a lot of the attention away from what we could be looking at, and he's drawing it on to himself. Let's not and I want to take you through some things right now that kind of points out LeBron James does this on a consistent basis. So again, I don't know how to take this. Okay, mind you, it was pointed out that prior to the postseason or before the postseason, he oftentimes take what a lot of people would say, take a little vacation, but he blame it on an injury. And we saw it last season because, of course, Bryce James was in the state championship about a week earlier. LeBron said that he had some knee issues or whatnot. I don't even know what the actual medical term for his injury was. But then you saw him jumping up and down in celebration and happiness about his son, winning a state championship. No, I am not saying that he shouldn't be happy, shouldn't be elated, shouldn't celebrate his son's, winning or whatnot. But it's kind of like, when you tell your teacher, when you tell your parent, hey, I don't feel good, I don't want to go to school today. And when they say, okay, you can take a break, you go and start playing the video games, or you want to go outside as soon as you hear your friends playing. That is something that I just see with LeBron James. I feel as though it's weird. Now, a lot of people, I've been looking through Twitter, looking through X, all of the different, social media sites, and people have already started to lend their ideas to what LeBron James is going to possibly be doing, or what the decision is. Of course, a lot of us are thinking he's going to retire. He's going to call it quits. He's going to say that he's done. He's turning it over. He's going to pass it on to the new generation of basketball players. He's going to give the Lakers to Luka. You also have another group of folks like Laker fans that are excited to see him go because they feel as though the bubble was the only time that he was able to win a championship for the Lakers. Since then, it's just been downhill from there. A lot of other younger viewers, if you will, are hoping that he'd be a YouTuber, or guessing that he's going to be a full-time YouTuber, or he's going to join Casanat, or I highly doubt he does that. But this is the stuff that I've seen. It's just a lot of different speculation. So I guess you could say that 15 years since his original decision, it kind of hit the same. Ultimately, the overall objective was just to get people talking. It was just to get people talking, to get people discussing something, saying something about what could be or what is or what not. All in all, I think it's pretty interesting. Of course, LeBron James still has that draw where he can take all the attention away from what other people are looking at. Because again, we got football, we got the postseason in baseball, we got the start of the preseason in basketball. We got so many different things going on. But today, when he made this post, and said that he had a decision and he sat down in that chair, everyone stopped and looked. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty interesting to see how that goes. But either way, neither here nor there. I'll be sitting to watch and see what the decision is so that I could either be like, oh, okay, cool, he's retiring, or we waited all this time for this. Goodness gracious, LeBron. Either way, I'm interested. He's got my attention. My name is Walter Pollard. This is Alpha Male Sports, and I'm signing out. Peace.